Hi, today's video is on ketu dasha. Um, all the malefics during their dasha definitely gives trouble, like the Saturn dasha, ketu dasha, rahu dasha, etc. But there are differences. Like during Saturn dasha, people have sympathy on you. Okay, during Saturn dasha, people have sympathy on you. Only few of them might insult you because during Jupiter Dasha they have seen your prosperity and all. The jealous people, the people who were jealous to you, they become happy during Saturn Dasha that before during Jupiter Dasha they have seen you to prosper, and the one who feel enmity towards you, they are happy during Saturn Dasha. But most of the time people get at least sympathy. Their work is not done properly. Like during Saturn Dasha, you will watch that I'm doing so much, but I'm getting so less result. While a person around me is doing so less, but getting so much result. And during Rahu Dasha, most of the time, Rahu is that extreme desire wherever, whichever place, with whichever house lot, whichever planet it is sitting, whichever house and all, whichever sign Rahu is sitting, it gives extreme desire in that particular field. Rahu gives extreme desire in that particular field. Okay, so during Rahu Dasha also we do many wrong things. We have some preconceived idea about, say, Rahu is in third, so you might have some preconceived idea about your sibling who is younger than you, or your neighbors, or some of your friends and all those things. And after that you realize the friends, after that, after a good relationship for a long time, people may turn vindictive and they may harm you, and you realize that this neighbor was not good at all, because it is your mistake. It is your mistake that you had a preconceived idea about a particular neighbor, about your younger sibling, about some very close friends. You have some idea that this person loves me a lot and very good to me and all. You have not judged that person. I am the astrologer who will ask you to judge. Always be very watchful. Always be very watchful and judge people. You don't need to say, but judge people whatever quality that other person is having. Does it match with yours? If it does not match, there is no need to force yourself in friendship. Otherwise, when you trust someone who has very different viewpoint about life than you, that person can create much trouble in your life. But in Ketu Dasha, it is neither like Saturn nor like Rahu Dasha. In Ketu Dasha, Ketu is for moksha, and Ketu is detachment. So you do whatever. Saturn Dasha, you do this much of work and you get this much of result. When Saturn is leaving at last moment, Saturn gives you good result. But in Ketu Dasha, only you do, but you don't get result. Don't means don't, no. That is why it is Karaka for moksha. When you are working very hard and you are getting little bit of result, like Saturn Dasha, you are hopeful because you know that if I give 80% effort, you will at least I'll get 20% or 40% result. So every time you give 80% or 100% effort, so that you get at least 20% to 40% result or 60% result. But in Ketu Dasha, you give your 200% and you get zero. Neither you get recognition, nor you get salary, nor you get anything good, nor relationship, nor pay hike, whatever. Ketu Dasha is good for any kind of spiritual growth. See, Blindu is sitting here and it is very difficult. There is no place to keep my foot. Now, Ketu Dasha, if Ketu is sitting in first position, there will be something damaging happening to you. When someone is having Ketu in the first house, they have self-destructive tendency. Like there is a tendency of being a sannyasi. They will either they say, they're opening their mouth that I want to become a sannyasi, or I am not interested in anything materialistic. Either they say or they don't say. They work, they help this person, they will help that person, they will help friends, they will help even enemies, but they will not do anything for themselves. Ketu in ascendant, and during Ketu dasha, definitely that person can become sannyasi. If not in real sense, a person will give away all his things, her things to others, and become very sacrificing. And if it is not proper sannyas, even then it is moksha, it is a way towards moksha when you are giving away all your things to others. And this is one tendency of Ketu Dasha. But if your Ketu is in second position, you lost your finance, you have lost your finance, you might have lost your job. Second position Rahu, 6th and 10th position, 11th position, Ketu. Then you might have lost your job. Okay. And second position is very supportive towards the 7th position, that is the marriage and all, marriage, relationship, etc. So if second position has Ketu, so you are not getting that particular support from your family for your marriage. And already I told it is not good for finance, like 2nd, 10th, 11th position, these things Ketu, it is not good for financial position also, and it is not good, indirectly it is not helping your marriage. If in 11th position, it is damaging your friendship with some of the people whom you may adore. There must be some people whom you love a lot, but you are not getting any result from that relationship. You love that person a lot and that person does not like you at all, has other best friends, other people whom they feel they are their best friends. When you consider that person to be a best friend and you have done many sacrifices because of that person, but nobody recognizes. So Ketu Dasha is about not getting remuneration, even not getting recognition, not getting appreciation. There is a huge list of not getting. If Ketu is sitting in 4th position, it might be possible that Ketu is in 4th position, it might be possible that your siblings are fighting against you, that so that you don't get the house, they get the house. Or if you're an only child, there might be some other reason that you're not getting any chance to visit your house. 4th Ketu. And 5th Ketu, your child, your first child might be very spiritual and all those things. And 6th Ketu, it is good to have 6th Rahu. 6th Rahu means many enemies, but you win over them. So 6th Ketu is not that good. Okay, you might have some disease due to which you have to go through surgery. You might have some dispute and enemies for whom you have to go through court cases, and you might like lose in the court case. Depends on what is dispositor of Ketu, and Ketu is sitting with which planet and all. So I have already told about 6. Then 7th Ketu, your husband, your wife might be very spiritual, very sacrificing. He or she might be not at all spiritual, not at all sacrificing, but they are loose in this position and they need some money at their own place. They are distributing money to others to get good name, good fame, appreciation, all these things. 7th Ketu, 8th Ketu, 8 ketu, there might be some loss of in-laws or loss of joint properties kind of thing. And 9 ketu, 10th ketu, 10th already I told you. 9th ketu, there might be some altercation with your dad. And 12 ketu, 12 ketu is good because it gives, ketu is very comfortable in 12th house and it might give you moksha and all these things. ये बहुत हाई लेवल की चीज़ है. एवरीबडी स्पीकिंग लाइक मोक्षा, ऐसे जैसे मोक्षा कोई लड्डू है, दुकान में गए और ख़रीद के ले आए. बट इट इज़ नॉट अबाउट ओनली हाउस पोजिशन. If ketu is sitting in Taurus, so dispositor of ketu, lord of Taurus is Venus. Now you have to see where Venus is sitting. If ketu is sitting in Taurus and Venus is debilitated in Virgo, what will happen? So you have some past life relationship with girls who will cheat upon you. So it's complicated, somewhat complicated. If you have ketu say 4th position and your ketu is in Swati nakshatra 4th position, your ascendant is Cancer and ketu is sitting in Libra. Okay. Now ketu in 4th position, and there might be just ketu is 4th position and it is the dispositor of ketu here, that is the lord of Libra, is Venus. So ketu is in 4th position. Now how other planets are looking at ketu, that is something very important. If other planets are not much happy with ketu, you may lose your house, you may lose any respect or any happiness even staying inside the house if Venus, the dispositor, is not good. Now ketu is sitting in the 5th position. Okay, consider like Sagittarius, your Leo ascendant in Sagittarius is your 5th house, and ketu is very happy in Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius and Scorpio, all these signs, and Piscean, ketu is very happy in all those places. Now 5th position ketu is sitting, either your son or daughter is very spiritual, either you will go for higher studies and you will get disconnected from your family, you may get disconnected with your kids for your like job, you are staying in some other place. So 5th lord with ketu, you get separated from your child at a very early age. It might be possible when you went for job in some other country, in some other state which is far away from your hometown, and your child and your wife is there. So you have 5th ketu. Now you have to see the position of the dispositor, where the dispositor is sitting. So if 5th ketu is sitting in Sagittarius for Leo ascendant, then the Sagittarius lord is Jupiter. Now you have to check where Jupiter is sitting, which house in your horoscope, whether that house is good for Jupiter, whether dignity, Jupiter is weak, Jupiter is combust, Jupiter is retrograde, or Jupiter is sitting in enemy house, whatever. You have to check everything and then you have to reach to decision that what is going to happen during ketu dasha. Okay, now about after dispositor there is another thing very important also, like ketu is sitting with 5th lord. Your child might achieve many things like prize from this, prize from that, even different events and all, but you get detached to your child because ketu is flagged. So ketu sitting with 5th lord may give your child a very high position in job or education or whatever, but it is giving you malefic result also, that you get detached with your child. If ketu is sitting with 7th position and your ketu dasha is going on, your wife, your husband, your spouse suffers a lot because you are going through ketu dasha and you think that only your condition is bad. No, your 7th lord is sitting with ketu in your horoscope. Now condition of your wife or husband is really very weak, like the spouse wants to that if your 7th lord is sitting like you are Cancer ascendant, and your seventh house lord is Saturn, seventh house is Capricorn, seventh house lord is Saturn. Ketu is sitting with Saturn. You are not getting job. You have got one job, but you did not like it and you left that job. Now you want some particular kind of job and you are not getting it at all, because Ketu is Karaka of detachment and Saturn is Karaka for job, profession. If Saturn is seventh lord and Ketu is sitting with seventh lord, your Libra ascendant, and Capricorn is your seventh house, it might have Capricorn lord Saturn and Ketu sitting together in Aquarius, in Capricorn itself, wherever they are sitting. When Ketu is sitting with your seventh lord during Ketu dasha, you and your spouse both will suffer a lot, because seventh lord is with Ketu. So when you will go through Ketu dasha, that spouse will suffer. Now it can be sitting with Ketu is sitting with ninth lord in 10th. Dharma Karma Adhipati Yoga, ninth lord sitting in 10th, and that also not in enemy house, in a good house, like Jupiter is sitting in Aries. Okay, Piscean is the house where Ketu is sitting, and Jupiter, ninth lord Jupiter is sitting in 10th house. It's one kind of very good yoga, because ninth lord in 10th is very good. And Jupiter sitting in Aries with Ketu, you achieve a lot from your office, as it is a flag, but your family suffers a lot. Even a time comes when you stop blaming, and you also suffer a lot. When your Ketu dasha is going, your job will suffer, because your 10th lord is sitting with Ketu. This way you can complete the story about all the planets, or about, no, I did not talk about planets. So about planets with Ketu I'll do later. But now I think I have done enough for this topic. Bye. Have a nice time.